Oh, you're very tall. How tall are you?
176.
176?
Yes.
She's almost as tall as I am. What are you doing today?
Well, today I have my day off today.
And you've done some shopping? Are you going shopping today? And what else are you doing on your day off?
My day off, I like yoga.
You like yoga? You like to do yoga?
I do some weight training. So.
Wow, like you've got big muscles? Look at that. Oh, that's the big muscle right there. You speak fluent English. Where did you learn?
Actually, I learned my English from my high school.
Have you studied overseas?
Yes, I did.
Where did you study?
In Hawaii.
What are some of your impressions of Hawaii?
Well, it's very beautiful. I think it's the last paradise in the world.
You've obviously never been to New Zealand.
Actually, I went to New Zealand for my high school.
I'm from Taranaki.
I've never been there.
Oh, you should go. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
for your time.
Yeah, thank you for your time.
Bye-bye.
Very nice to meet you.
See you later.
Your English is quite good.
I don't think so. I studied in London for 1 year for my master's degree. When I study in London, the people come from all over the world. They have different accents, but I can understand it. But sometimes they use some vocabulary I don't know. I feel nervous.
So how did you get over being nervous or not understanding?
I don't think I get over it till now.
Can you tell me one thing or like one phrase that sums up why you liked studying English?
Lots of people speak English, and I like to talk with others. So I think English helps me to talk with others and know their cultures. And for me, I think like people speak English is really cool. Now, when I was in London, especially like Asians, I know that their mother language is not English. When I speak English very frequently, I think they're very cool. I really want to make friends with them. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Well, how did you learn your English?
From school?
Yeah? Did you study overseas?
Yeah.
Where did you study?
We're in Los Angeles.
I hear Los Angeles is a shithole. Is that true?
Well, is it what?
It's a shithole.
I don't understand. What is that?
It's a 鸟不拉屎的地方.
I like LA. I like life there, but working here is okay.
What do you do in Beijing?
Work in finance industry. I don't like finance industry, but I like meeting people. I mean, from the job, I can meet a lot of people every day.
Can you give me one piece of financial advice? If I want to invest some money, what's a tip?
You better not to invest anything.
You're from China?
Kind of. I'm American, I think.
You're American, you think?
I'm a U.S. citizen.
Were you born in China?
Yeah.
Where were you born?
Wuhan.
When did you start learning English?
Well, I'm American. So like yeah.
Okay, how's your Chinese?
挺好的.
Which is better, your Chinese or your English?
My English.
Your English is better?
Uh-huh.
How do you say she wears the pants in the relationship?
I beg your pardon? 她在这段感情中穿裤子.
Like if you have a girlfriend or a wife and she wears the pants, that means she's in charge.
Oh.
That was a very good translation.
Thank you.
What is it that you're studying?
Probably something in biology or medicine.
Do you have any advice for people who are trying to learn English?
No.
No?
Just try your best and speak with native English speakers, I guess. Read a lot. Yeah.
Well, very good. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
I'm from Qingdao.
The Green Island.
It's not an island, despite its name.
Why is it called an island?
I have no idea.
Why is your English so good?
I don't learn just for the sake of learning. I learn for talking to people, communicating, and like exchanging ideas. So most of my friends spend time in like studying, like in the room. But for me, it's like talking to people and like sharing things. So I think probably that helps.
If a foreigner was talking to you and you made some grammatical mistakes or you made a pronunciation mistake, would you want them to correct you?
It depends. For example, if I were talking to you and the whole point of us talking is to like learn the language, for example, we're language partners, then definitely yes. But if we were just like friends chatting about our favorite TV show, then probably not, because it will kill the mood.
Oh my goodness, your English is impeccable. Sometimes I can't tell the difference between you and a native speaker. Like I'm not even worthy of speaking to you right now, so I'm gonna let you go. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, you too.
Whose English is better?
Hers.
I don't actually know like how to be a good English speaker, or what is the definition of a good English speaker.
You two are a pretty good definition of a good English speaker. What is a reason why you were interested in fashion design?
I like it because I like dressing up, and then I like choosing my own outfit every day.
What do you think about my ridiculous fashion?
I like it.
I like it too. It has Chinese characters on it, so like it's really cool.
Do you think it would be as cool on a Chinese person, or do you think it's cooler on me?
It's cooler on you.
The color of your head is the same color of your eyes. So.
Like there's a lot of patterns on your shirt, but like your pants are like really simple, so like it doesn't clash. No, it doesn't clash.
So these are very important words if you're going to do fashion design in America. I mean, you definitely sound like you're like a native speaker. Do you think that's because you like spent some time abroad?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's very important. And the language environment, maybe, because I have a lot of ABC friends or something.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, how old are you?
25, almost 26.
Oh, okay. You don't look 26.
Photoshop me because I'm not makeup today.
How long have you been in Beijing?
1.5 years.
Do you like it here?
Yes. Except traffic and weather and something.
That's true.
I love Chengdu.
Yeah? So what are some of the things that are better in Beijing than Chengdu and vice versa? Like, what do you like from both?
People. It's like different people, but they are so like funny and friendly.
Can you say something in the Chengdu accent for me?
我的四川话很歪，但是北京的火锅不得行。
Why is your English so good?
Maybe because my husband from Xingdongfang.
Who's your husband? What's his name?
He is a KOL. Famous Ali.
So I would guess you're around 25.
It's supposed to be a secret, but I'm turning 36 this year.
You look so young.
Yeah, I'd like to say exercise really helps.
My grandpa exercises all the time, but for some reason he's so old. What type of...
Normally girls think aerobics is good for getting skinny, but it's not the best way. Weightlifting is definitely keeping you young. It gives you more muscle, and muscle keeps you young.
What is the best lift in the gym?
20 years, you just tried everything. It becomes a routine. If I don't do exercise like a day, like today, then I don't feel comfortable.
What did you do for exercise today?
Boxing.
Ooh. Can you show me a punch? Oh, okay, that actually kind of...
Hurt?
Oh. Give me your phone number. I need to take you to the hospital.
Are you mixed?
I am mixed. Yes.
With Chinese?
Too many things to count. Nobody knows.
Are you in Shanghai?
For travel, and my friend, he lives in Shanghai. I actually meet him and travel.
What do you think of Shanghai?
Well, it's really a very big city. Amazing. Yeah, it is amazing.
It is an amazing city. What has given you the biggest impression?
Wow. In China, there is a saying that mountain people see. Do you understand it? Because it is the national holiday.
What's your job?
I'm a teacher, actually.
You're a teacher. What do you teach?
English.
Oh, you're an English teacher. Have you studied overseas, or did you teach yourself in China?
Just in China.
That is amazing. See, this woman can teach herself to this level of fluency in China. What do you think are some of the challenges for a Chinese child learning English?
Well, grammar.
Grammar.
Yeah, and the pronunciation.
And the pronunciation.
Yes.
So how do you teach that?
Well, I don't know how to talk about that, but for pronunciation, we just speak every day.
You speak every day?
Speak, yeah.
If you only had one day to live, what would you do?
Stay with my family and people I love. And maybe I'll go to the beach, watch the sunset,
Nice.
and drink some wine.
Make love, maybe. Yeah.
But you have all day. Are you guys looking forward to the new Mulan, the one that's coming out from Disney?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why are you excited?
The actress is quite beautiful.
Would you ask out Yo Yifei if you only had one day left to live?
No,
What if she was right there?
No, she's my girlfriend.
Oh.
I'm a student in Pittsburgh.
And then what about you? What are you doing?
I'm going to the University of Toronto.
What are you guys doing here?
Beijing is our hometown.
You have 10 days left in Beijing. What are you going to do?
Eat more food.
I'm a salesperson in America. I sell courses.
What type of courses?
Sales training, education.
How's that going for you?
It's super cool. I make a lot of money. Maybe better than you. I don't know if...
Sell me this coffee.
I don't even know if you can afford it,
What?
So,
this is the second time.
I'm going to release my album.
You can sing?
Yeah. Memory has someone lost her memory. She's smiling.
If a guy was really handsome, but he had no house and no car, would you marry him?
No.
If a guy had a house and a car, but he's so ugly, would you marry him?
No.
So you have to have both.
Yeah. It's not my standards. All Chinese girls, they just don't say. Yeah, you won't have this issue, so,
I'm so poor. You've told me that many times.
Yeah, you have so many fans. You shouldn't be poor.
What
are we gonna do?
No, there's no hint. Is it 即兴表演? Just look at me. We're talking.
Okay,
You
well,
can stand like this. Are you on your tiptoes?
Yeah, you are so like tall.
I'm Belen.
So what are you gonna do in the future?
I'm a senior in high school right now, so hopefully go to college next year. Fingers crossed. But I want to go into environmental science. Save the planet.
From
Humans.
from us? How are you gonna do that?
Right now I'm working on a project that's saving penguins in China.
What? Saying what?
Penguins.
Pangolins? What's a pangolin?
It's a species of animals that's very much endangered right now. It's actually more endangered than the pandas, but people are still eating them in restaurants.
I have no. See, I don't even know what that is.
They're cute.
Your English is so amazing.
Well, thank you, thank you. I started learning English when I was like 6. I switched to an international school when I was in the 2nd grade.
Okay.
I was in like a local school before that.
We're actually exchange students from Canada.
What school?
Tsinghua.
Why not Beida?
The main reason was they didn't offer that many English courses there.
You also from Canada?
Yeah, I'm with him.
Like with?
Like dating, yeah. My parents grew up in China.
You guys both grew up in Canada?
Yeah.
I actually grew up in South Africa.
For some reason, you guys decided to date someone of Asian ethnicity. Can you give me some insight into why that is?
Us growing up, our families like have more olden way of thinking, I guess. Like being able to bond and understand culturally in that perspective is really important, I think.
If you guys are in the Subtle Asian dating Facebook group,
There's a Facebook group?
Yeah,
Can white people join?
yeah, there's lots of white people in there too.
What about mixed blood?
Oh yeah, they're definitely in there.
Is your Chinese good?
Nah.
Do you speak Cantonese?
Yeah.
What about Mandarin?
Yeah.
Like very broken Mandarin, I guess.
Why do you think that is? How many generations has it been? It's only been one generation, right?
Growing up in South Africa, it's like kind of different. Like I did go to like a Chinese academy there, but like I didn't really pay attention. And like aside from like kind of speaking it with your family, you don't really use it. So yeah.
Have a wonderful day.
Do you think your English is better than your Chinese?
Definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, now you have to explain your entire life, okay? So why is your English so good?
I live in the States.
Why?
I go to school there.
Do you study in LA?
Oh God, is it that obvious?
Your accent's like very Los Angeles.
It's kind of gross, right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Why? Do you have any phrases that you wish you could bring over from Chinese over to English?
Okay, it's like one specific word I always want to say, but I can't say it. It's called chan. It's like it's like craving, but it's like a little different. You're like lusting for it, but you're like craving it, but like you're kind of like drooling when you see it.
Munchies. The munchies?
Sort of.
So you would say the munchies is the equivalent.
Boom.
Yeah. He did it.
Well, what kind of culture shock do you have going both ways since you're very well versed in both China and America?
As a society, China is still, I mean, it is a homogenous country. So when I went to the States, I was exposed to the concept of like majority and minority, which I wasn't really like adapted to. But
What about the 56 minority groups in China?
okay, fair, but like, okay, like we all like look the same, all right? Like you can't be like, oh, like I know what you are.
Anyway, so what's your name?
Lena.
Lena? Where are you from?
Actually, my hometown is Xinjiang, but I'm from Chengdu. Actually, I live in here now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so you live in Beijing?
Yeah, sure.
Nice. What do you do here?
Blockchain.
Is your family from Chengdu?
No, like my hometown in Xinjiang, we are minority nationality.
Do you like the food there?
Sure, I eat spicy every day.
Yeah?
Yeah, even breakfast.
Did you always like it, even when you were a kid?
Yeah, sure. I don't know, maybe it's in my blood. So Chengdu like calling me like, come here. We have spicy.
Oh, we guys are from Chengdu.
Yeah, why is your English so good?
Because I have some experience in like Stanford GSB, and I learned my master in Nanyang Technology University. So I stay in Bay Area is like half years.
Oh, in the Bay Area?
Yeah, Silicon Valley, like Palo Alto, Menlo Park. Those
Nice, that's cool. What did you do there?
finance,
Still?
finance and blockchain.
Oh, okay. Can you explain blockchain to me?
No.
So you're dressed up very beautifully today. Is there?
Actually, we just because we kind of do dress up like this occasionally, and we're just doing it for fun.
Oh, that's really nice, actually. And you just come to Beijing in the summers?
Yeah, for the holiday to see my other part of the family.
Oh, that's nice.
Visit my friends. My childhood practically was here because I went to like junior school and all that here. And then I moved out for senior school, year 7, and I kind of just stayed there for school and all that. So I guess I stayed in China a bit more.
Are you studying in uni now?
No, I'm studying year 11.
Oh, you're younger than I thought you were.
Yeah, I look old.
No, that's not it. No, so what do you know what you want to study?
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking to music, psychology, and art because I'm doing art and music now, but I'm really interested into psychology.
Oh, yeah. So what would your dream job be then?
I don't want a job, but I want to be rich.
That's what.
What sort of work do you do?
So I'm in the finance field. We're in investment banking.
Where are you keeping your eyes on?
We always need to be very sensitive with where the policy are carrying within the countries, because if you're in the right sector, you get a lot of support and subsidy from the authorities.
Zhejiang, Shanghai, Jiangsu still has the most development potential. What are your thoughts on that, or do you have a different view?
No, I agree with it, because particularly in Hangzhou, one of the main reasons why it developed so quickly is because of Alibaba. A lot of these companies was only started in 2015 and 2016.
Yeah.
But the growth in the past 3-4 years has been enormous, because Alibaba has made this part of the city very rich. And because of Alibaba, the talent for the tech space and even the talent for the capital markets is ample. And with these capital and with talents, it's very easy to transform the city from a very traditional tourist city into where we're standing here.
Your English is so good.
I think it's not good enough.
Did you go to Peking University?
Yeah.
Wow, and you did your MBA there?
Yeah.
Do you think the world should learn Chinese?
I think it should, because China is becoming the very important role in the world. The Western countries don't know good enough about China. I think they should change their mind and see what the real China is.
How would you describe China?
It's old and it's young. China is a very old country for its history and tradition, but at the same time, it can keep up with the rest of the world and help it move forward.
Very well said. Have a wonderful day. What are you going to do when you grow up?
Maybe a scientist for robots, because it's popular now, and I think the 5G, you know that?
What's that?
A simulation about a high scientific phone, and it's very convenient, and if you text a message, it will be very fast.
How old are you?
I'm going to be 14.
You're going to be 14, but your English is already this good. That's amazing. Where are you from?
This city, Beijing.
Do you think that you can become Iron Man?
I don't think this ability will be real, but in your heart you can have an Iron Man.
Is it really important to learn English?
In China you can get a good score. We have English test, you can get good marks, and the teacher will feel happy.
What do you like to do for fun?
I'm playing taekwondo here, and you can see this is Chinese of taekwondo.
Taekwondo.
Yeah.
Oh, so can you show me a kick?
A kick?
Yeah. So can you kick my hand? Ooh.
We didn't speak each other's language, but we spoke for like 8 hours about philosophy and stuff like that. Wow. And it's kind of insane. Yeah.
Is this your boyfriend?
Yes.
He's very handsome. You look like you're mixed.
I'm half Chinese, half Vietnamese, but
you're half Chinese, half Vietnamese.
Yeah.
But you came from?
From the U.S.
What are your personalities like?
I don't know how to. It's kind of like I don't really know how to explain, but it's just like I never in the U.S. I never really met anyone like him that I could connect with, and
really?
I don't really know how to explain it personality, but you just click. And
wow.
Yeah, it's amazing how like even though you're from different cultures and different backgrounds, you can still have like. Like literally when we first met, I didn't know how to speak Chinese and he couldn't speak English.
Really?
And then now we can communicate. So
you traveled, so you met your soulmate really.
Pretty much.
On the other side of the world, you don't speak the same mother tongue, and you moved to China to be with this man.
What's your name?
My name's Jay.
Do Chinese girls like gamers or people who are more athletic?
Not gamers, definitely not games. I feel like.
How come so many Chinese people play games?
I don't. Hopefully they stop playing.
What kind of sports do you play?
All kinds of sports they offer in school.
What's your favorite?
Probably basketball.
Who's your favorite basketball player?
LeBron.
LeBron? Mm-hmm. Get out of here. Why do you like LeBron? No. Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Beijing, but I study in Boston.
So that's why your English is so good?
It's okay. It's not. Yeah, it's okay.
So what are you doing here in Beijing?
Spending my summer vacation here. I went to my elementary school here, so yeah, I do have some friends here. I'm in high school right now.
What do you want to study?
Right now I'm looking at like business majors, finance.
So why do you want to study business?
Mostly because lots of my friends and my brother actually, they all study business, so I just feel like it's a easier path for me.
Actually, I work for international background company. They have the branches of the world. The daily conversation normally is kind of English.
So you learned at college. Did you study overseas?
No, never. So I just travel because of my job. Holland, Germany, England, and as well as New Zealand as well. Daily use for English because email, call, conference, or for this kind of opportunity for the practice.
Can I ask how old you are? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. I'm nearly 50 years old.
You're 50 years old. He's killing it. And so even though you've traveled, you wanted to come back here and...
Definitely. For the weekend, it's good to enjoy the time with the family.
Yeah.
That's always quite good.
When you're overseas, what do you miss most about Hangzhou and China generally?
First of all, that that the food. Yes, normally the food. Of course, the really friendly environment. That of course go back to speak the native language is always quite good, more convenient, and the family, the parents, the kids.
I go to Columbia University. I'm doing a master's degree there. It's public administration. Like it teaches you how to make public policies and teach you how to become a leader in global organizations or...
Are you going to date while you're going to school, or are you going to wait till you get your career done first?
The lessons I've learned from my past relationships tell me that I should date after I find a job. Maybe I'm going to join a smaller company or start my own business. I don't know.
Would you start it in China?
Yeah, most likely. There are just better opportunities for me. And also, I like China. I want to do something for Chinese people.
Yes. What do you hope you can do for China with your life?
In Columbia University, I concentrated in economic development. I hope that after 5 years or 10 years, I can do something related to that. Maybe design tools or products for people living in rural regions and do something for them.
Where are you from?
I'm from Beijing. I studied international law, so it's very professional language, so I have to overcome the language barrier to be a kind of English solicitor.
How long will you be here?
2 weeks.
Since you only have 2 weeks, what are some of the must-do things while you're here?
It's watermelon in Beijing.
Why?
The watermelon in London, in the Europe, it sucks. It's a small one and not have so many sugars and carbohydrate that. In the Beijing, in the summer, it's watch a kind of basketball game and have a watermelon and with your family. It's what a fabulous thing.
There you go. So what is your advice for young Chinese professionals maybe looking to do something similar to you?
My suggestion is just be open-minded to discuss one matter with different perspectives and compare and find the truth, not being kind of influenced by only one side.
It's a good thing for everybody to just be more open-minded, right?
Right.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thanks.
Very nice to meet you.
What are you up to today?
I'm just wandering around, sitting here for a nice afternoon.
It's a beautiful afternoon, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Are you from Hangzhou?
No, I locally work in Shanghai, not here.
What is your job? What is your profession?
I'm now working as a medical translator.
You're a medical translator. So you translate medical, like scientific medicine sort of articles?
Not that part, but we do translate patients' reports and PET CTs, something like that.
That is amazing. What is that sort of industry like?
It's an online internet medical service platform.
Right. These are all 专业词. These are all very technical words. I'm very impressed. Did you have to do specialized training to be able to do that?
Just self-starting and then some training in the company.
So you taught yourself. That's amazing. Why did you decide to come back to China? Why not stay in Australia?
Because I love my home country. China is very beautiful as well.
Wow. And so what's the salary like here? Is it good money?
Not about money. I just like I can work here and after work I can have dinner with my family. That's very cool. But if I stayed in Australia, I'm only one person. That's very lonely because like many of my friends also finish their study and come back to China. So I have no friends there actually in Australia.
Why did you want to go to Australia or just overseas generally to do your master's degree?
Because at first I feel confident about my English and I once traveled to Australia in about 5 years ago. So I feel the weather is good and also I went to the University of Sydney, that's what I studied.
There's one Chinese rapper, his name is Oracle. He's pretty good. He's pretty much speaks perfect English too. You know, they have Wu-Tang Clan. We can be the Shaolin Gang. Mine is 50 yuan. It's 50 cents. I mean, 100 times more than 50 cents. Because we're from the Hutongs. We're in Beijing, Wudao Code, WDK. I love this education area. Yes. I think it's the center of the universe for education. I think it's very good time to be here. Because on the front page of newspaper, you know, in US and Canada, a lot of times we see Kim Kardashian, Kanye West. But on the front page of newspaper here, we see famous. We see good people doing good things, trying to, you know, improve students' life quality, and I feel like, you know, we're making kids speak be fluent in both language and get some critical thinking in both Western and Chinese language.
Wait, where are you from?
Vancouver, Canada. I went there once 8 years old. And, welcome to come to PKU because I'm doing my PMBA, professional MBA at PKU.
Have a wonderful day.
All right.
Currently, I'm actually studying part-time for MBA. It's a combined program for Tsinghua University as well as Cornell University. I want to have exposure to the best of what China can bring. At the same time, the corresponding, views, perspectives from an American leading university as well.
Where's your family from?
My parents are from Zhejiang, Ningbo.
What are your plans for after you graduate?
My indication is to still stay here. After graduating from such a program, I want to have a chance to really gain new perspectives, not just on my career, but also on what I want out of life as well. So I'll give you a better answer in 2 years.
What do you look for in a girlfriend or potential wife?
I think having the same vision and what you want out of life, I think that's very, very important. And especially at my age, I think we're past the whole just the superficial looks aspect. Although it's still important. I'm not trying to be fake, by saying that's not important. But I think, you do want to strive for a common goal.